12 will be the next roster update that will involve attributes being upgraded and downgraded for players. Keep in mind you want to stay till the end of the video because I have some advice for you. Now, I don't want anyone to be alarmed. You might have invested into some golds that you think might hit diamond or some silvers that you think might hit gold that you will not find in this video. I'm looking for cards that are not heavily inflated in price, where if you don't have a great amount of stubs, you can invest similar to what you would have invested into that gold to diamond and make similar returns, if not better returns. So I'm looking for the best bang for your buck. Our predictions will start off with Christian Walker, who was a gold at the start of the game cycle and then got downgraded to a silver. He's been having a very good month of May so far, which is still early, but in the last 15 days, he's been overperforming nonetheless. I see his contact versus right and power versus left getting upgraded. My prediction is an 81 overall, especially if he continues with this dominant performance. Now, the quick sell values are important because that will let you know whether A, the buy now price is a little too high in order to make a good return on investment, or the sell now price is a little too high. How you find the quick sell values chart will be inside of my Discord in the description, and you can check the pinned messages under investments in order to pull it up. Up next is going to be Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy was also involved in our last roster update predictions, and I said that you might want to hold him until he goes diamond, and it still might be the case. He is an 81 overall. I see his contact and power versus left being upgraded. I see his power versus right being upgraded, and he's been a monster with runners in scoring position, so it is possible that his clutch will be upgraded as well. If that is the case, then I have him as an 84 overall. If his clutch is not upgraded, then I have him as an 83 overall. The quick sell value at an 84 is 1,500 stubs, and the quick sell value at an 83 will be 1,200. The Rays have been the best team in baseball, so it's only right we have some Rays players inside our predictions. Yandy DIAZ, I see his contact versus right and power going up. I see his clutch going up, and I do see a subtraction to his contact versus left. Because of the subtraction to his contact versus left, I do not think that he is going to make a jump to 82, let's say, but instead, if they do upgrade his clutch, I see him going up to an 81. If they don't upgrade his clutch, I see him going up to an 80. Now, if they don't upgrade his clutch and he remains an 80, he is still a good candidate, especially if he continues hitting the way he is, to continue receiving upgrades. But when a roster update takes place, usually everyone that invests into a player like Yandy DIAZ looks to get rid of the card as soon as it hits the higher tier, whether it's through the marketplace or quick selling it. So if he does not hit that 81 overall and you don't want to risk it, then I would advise waiting for the roster update to then invest in him. Salvador Perez is a catcher that usually starts off as a gold and then makes his way to diamond as the season progresses, and this year could be the exact same scenario. I see his contact and power versus right increasing, while his clutch also increases, but I see his contact and power versus left decreasing at the same time. My overall prediction is an 82/an 81. Quick sell values at that overall is going to be 900/600. So if you get him at the sell now, you are going to be making a good return on investment. India Rosarena has not lost a beat since the World Baseball Classic, as he is tearing up the league a new one. I see both his contact and power versus left and right being increased. I'm not talking about a humongous increase, but maybe all of them slightly increased, as well as his clutch being increased. If his clutch gets increased, it's an 83 overall I have him at. If it doesn't, it's an 82 overall I have him at. Quick sell values at an 83 and an 82 is 1,200 and 900 stubs, so you do have a great chance to make stubs right here. With that being said, don't forget to hit that like button, red subscribe button, notification bell, and check out the description. And then DRURY is a 78 overall. My predictions are that his power versus right and his clutch will both go up. With that being said, I think an 80 overall is very possible. If not in this roster update, if he continues the performance, which is not great but good enough, he could go back to gold, as he was gold previously in MLB The Show. As you can see, a +3 on each side is enough to get him to an 80 overall, and if you look at the price he's selling for, it's nowhere near $400. 400 stubs. So if you're able to get a ton of Brandon Drurys for, let's say, 200 stubs, if he does go gold, or if he continues this performance and eventually becomes a good candidate, then you have a great chance of making double what you originally invested. JONAH HEIM is another great investment. 78 overall. I see all his contact and power numbers against both sides being increased, even if it's just slightly, and I see his clutch also being increased as well. If his clutch does end up being increased, or all the numbers in general, I see him going all the way up to an 81. What's the quick sell value at an 81 is 600 stubs. So you'd be making roughly 200 stubs per investment on JONAH HEIM right now, and if he is able to continue this throughout the season with the fielding attributes that he has, he might even be a diamond candidate at that catcher position. Vinny Pasquantino, he is a 78 overall. Versus left-handers, he's like reverse splits. He is doing amazing. So both his contact, but in particular his power versus left, should be increased, as well as his power versus right. I have him going up to an 80 overall as of right now inside of my predictions, which you would be making roughly 100 stubs per investment in him currently. I am now on the FRANCO hype train. I don't think that they're really gonna adjust his contact numbers despite him hitting like 360 against left-handers, because 111 contact versus left is amazing nonetheless. But what I do believe will get upgraded is his power numbers. I believe that his power versus right and left both deserve an upgrade. I think that should be enough to push him up to an 82, if not 83. The reason why I say an 83 is because just a +2 to contact and power versus right gets him up to an 82. So therefore, if he gets, let's say, 5 power versus right and then like 3 to 4 power versus left, that might be enough to push him to an 83 overall, in which his quick sell value at an 83 overall would be 1,200, and at an 82 overall would be 900 stubs. He is definitely diamond worthy in terms of holding on. Alexis DIAZ is my first investment where I will tell you I believe has a great opportunity to go from gold to diamond, especially for the value that we're getting. He's been amazing this season, and in the last 15 days he's been amazing as well. I see his K per 9 and walk per 9 being increased up to the point where he becomes an 85 overall. An 85 overall's quick sell value is 3,000 stubs. So if you get him for 2.2k and he does hit that 85 overall, you're gonna be making 800 stubs per Alexis DIAZ that you invested in. This might seem like a little bit of a weird investment, but Zach Gallen is also an extremely good investment because he went from gold to diamond, so his diamond value is not exactly jumping out the roof. It's great diamond value, especially if he is going to continue this Cy Young year that he's currently having, even though it might be a little bit too early. K per 9, walk per 9 both see an increase. I predict him to an 87 overall. Quick sell value at an 87 overall is 4,500. So ideally, you're looking to invest in him for the sell now price rather than the buy now price. From the Seattle Mariners, Paul SEWALD. Hopefully I said that correctly. 81 overall. I just see his K per 9 really increasing. But look at that. 11 hit per 9 and K per 9 jumps him up all the way to an 87 overall. He might be a diamond candidate, and if he performs well this season, he might go there sneakily as well. So with his K per 9 being increased, I see an 83/82 overall, 83/82, excuse me, depending on how generous SDS wants to be. The quick sell value is going to be 1,200 at an 83 and 900 at an 82, making a profit both buy now and sell now currently. In the last 15 days, I also really like David Robertson's numbers. I believe that David Robertson can get all, meaning his hit per 9, K per 9, walk per 9, and home run per 9, all upgraded. I could see him going up to an 81 or 80 depending on how generous SDS wants to be, and if that's the case, then he's going to be selling for either 600 or 400 stubs, which is going to be great value as well. Last but not least, and then we get to the important message, we have Matt STRAHM. Now, he got rocked by the Dodgers a couple of days ago, but that's fine because it's the Dodgers, is what we do, you feel me? But in general, these last 15 days, besides that one bad outing, he's been pitching exceptionally well. well. So we want to keep an eye out on his next performance, because if he performs exceptionally well there again and he bounces back, then he is almost a lock for gold. And I could see all his pitching attributes similar to David Robertson being increased and see him going up 1080 overall. He's currently selling for 190, 132, so that means that this is definitely someone you want to keep an eye on, because he's a sneaky good investment to make great profits at quick sell value. With that being said, if you've made it all the way to the end, here's my advice to you. This is one of 3 videos that we will have. In the following weeks, we will have earlier videos. I feel like I'm still a little bit late, but don't worry, I'm gonna get on it and I'm gonna give you guys great investments. But this is one of 3 videos that will be coming out before the official roster update the 12th. So you will want to check out the second video to see if most of these players are still there, or if I went ahead and added more players. And then you definitely want to check out the third video if you want to be a little bit more confident on your investments, so I can tell you what I think is a lock, even though there is no such thing as lock, but what I believe will most likely happen. So make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out that next video, and check out the description for our Twitch, Discord, social medias, and how to become a member. P.S. we might be streaming right now as you're watching this video on Twitch, so make sure you guys go ahead and follow and support me in any way you can, which is just by lurking or viewing the stream. Have a blessed day and night, stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.